yawned Bellew. "Ah!" nodded the Waggoner. "There ain't a man in or out o' the parish from Squire down as don't think the very same." But here, the Waggoner's voice tailed off into a meaningless drone that became merged with the creaking of the wheels, the plodding hoof strokes of the horses, and Bellew fell asleep. He was awakened by feeling himself shaken lustily, and, sitting up, saw that they had come to where a narrow lane branched off from the high road, and wound away between great trees. "Yon's your way," nodded the Waggoner, pointing along the high road. "Dapplemere village lies over yonder, 'bout a mile." "Thank you very much," said Bellew, "but I don't want the village." "No?" enquired the Waggoner, scratching his head. "Certainly not," answered Bellew. "Then what do you want?" "Oh, well, I'll just go on lying here, and see what turns up. So drive on like the good fellow you are." "Can't be done," said the Waggoner. "Why not?" "Why, since you ax me, because I don't have to drive no farther. There be the farm house, over the upland yonder, you can't see it because of the trees, but there it be." So Bellew sighed resignedly, and, perforce, climbed down into the road. "What do I owe you?" he enquired. "Owe me?" said the Waggoner, staring. "For the ride, and the very necessary exercise you afforded me." "Lord!" cried the Waggoner with a sudden great laugh, "you don't owe me nothin' for that, not nohow. I owe you one for a knockin' of me into that ditch back yonder, though, to be sure, I did give you one or two good 'uns, didn't I?" "You certainly did," answered Bellew, smiling, and he held out his hand. "Hey! what be this?" cried the Waggoner, staring down at the bright 5 shilling piece in his palm. "Well, I rather think it's 5 shillings," said Bellew. "It's big enough, heaven knows. English money is all O.K., I suppose, but it's confoundedly confusing, and rather heavy to drag around if you happen to have enough of it." "Ah!" nodded the Waggoner, "but then nobody never has enough of it, leastways, I never knowed nobody as had. Good bye, sir, and thank ye, and good luck." Saying which, the Waggoner chirruped to his horses, slipped the coin into his pocket, nodded, and the wagon creaked and rumbled up the lane. Bellew strolled along the road, breathing an air fragrant with honeysuckle from the hedges, and full of the song of birds, pausing, now and then, to listen to the blithe carol of a skylark, or the rich, sweet notes of a blackbird, and feeling that it was indeed good to be alive, so that, what with all this, the springy turf beneath his feet, and the blue expanse overhead, he began to whistle for very joy of it, until, remembering the haunting shadow of the Might Have Been, he checked himself, and sighed instead. Presently, turning from the road, he climbed a stile, and followed a narrow path that led away across the meadows, and, as he went, there met him a gentle wind, laden with the sweet, warm scent of ripening hops, and fruit. On he went, and on, heedless of his direction, until the sun grew low, and he grew hungry, wherefore, looking about, he presently espied a nook sheltered from the sun's level rays by a steep bank where flowers bloomed, and ferns grew. Here he sat down, unslinging his knapsack, and here it was, also, that he first encountered Small Porges. Chapter 3